All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, as well as the men that taught our apostles, the elder high priest, as well as the elder bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp, and this is going to be an open forum. I have a couple of topics that I wanted to just touch on and ultimately see where the spirit go and roll with the spirit. Okay, so as we see in the news here lately, they're talking about this V that's developed over in China, right? And it's same type of it brings about the same type of syndromes or the what's the word symptoms and effects as the C-19, okay, which they was saying that it was life threatening. Talking about the C-19 was life threatening, and you needed to get the jump shot, all right, to be good from the C9, the spread of the C-19, which is life threatening. It's taking people out. Okay, so this V over there in which is called the H to the M to the V to the P, and you can look up what that means if you don't know already. V, and it's bringing about the same, or it brings on the same. If you catch it, it brings on the same symptoms and problems, which ultimately is a upper respiratory ailment. Okay, but they said it hadn't got to the point of being life threatening, and they hadn't called for a state of emergency and start locking things down, quarantining, and things of that nature. So we can see where this is gonna go. We suspect that they would come with a new ailment that's a new ailment. Okay, a V that would give them the reason to ultimately bring about the prophecy of the MOTB in Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, because 2000 we already understand 2019 was a test run. Okay, and now with even more people now is against the whole jump shot thing because they see that people were dropping have dropped dead from that. Okay, then you got a lot of people that was for it that's against it right now. So a lot of things can transpire based off of this. We gonna see, don't know, but it's showing the same pattern of how it happened back then. We heard about that stuff jumping off at the tail end of the year of 2019, and then beginning of 2020, like February, March. That's when things start popping off. That's when they start doing the layoffs, lockdowns, and the quarantines. So it hadn't got to that level, but we're keeping an eye out, because it's developed. It's happening over there in China, I believe. It's affected India. I gotta fact check that. So we got to keep an eye out, as the scriptures say, for what's going on in the earth and filter that through the scriptures. Okay, we can see that DJ Trump, he's about to be inaugurated on the 20th, right, of this month, and he already has individuals set up in particular offices. All right, and key name is is excuse me, Elon Musk, all right, which is then put in the with the cabinet to head the Department of Efficiency, which is a created department, all right, and we know what he's all about. What is the tech with the technology, the C hip technology, the RFID C hip technology, all right, the Neuralink, okay, and you also got I believe you put Dr. Oz over what Medicaid and Medicare, if I'm not mistaken, and these are by word and action, they're pro. You see, they're pro MOTB. I'll just say it like that. Okay, so everything is really in place for the prophecy of Revelation 13 and 16 to be fulfilled. Okay, everything is coming has come together. All right, so we'll see if where this thing goes with this outbreak going on over in with northern China, northern region of China, and just stay on the watch. Okay, this is as we're supposed to. So this is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch," and this is the job of the prophets. Prophets are the ones that are supposed to watch, okay, for what's going on in the earth, and filter it back through the scriptures, see if it and line it up with biblical prophecy, okay, and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Okay, so we're watching for the prophecies. Okay, and we see that the prophecies are speaking, which leads into the next verse. And another thing, we're supposed to make it plain. Okay, the prophets are back, and what they wrote, they're back now to break down. Okay, to interpret, but to make it plain, the tables is the ultimately is the scriptures. Okay, that he may run that readeth it. You see, so that this word go out about what the Bible is a prophetic book. So we're pushing the spirit of prophecy, and that's really what is which is a faith booster, or it activates the faith. Now it tells us in Romans 10 and 17 that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I'll get it real quick. I pretty much quoted it spot on. So this is Romans 10 and 17. It says, "So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai." Okay, and we woke up, the ones that I just said bluntly, the ones of us that are on the correct doctrine, prophecy was being pushed. That's what part of the word we heard, and what really made us believe, like for example, the prophecy Deuteronomy 28 and 68. That was a prophecy, and it was fulfilled already. Okay, that helped with the faith. You know, Just using that as a prime scripture or prophecy that was fulfilled and activated faith, belief, and it was made plain to us. You see, it wasn't something that we had to sit there and scratch our head and be like, man, what are they talking about? It made sense, you know? And it says, going to verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, right? And we see that the prophecies are speaking, meaning the prophecies are being fulfilled. And we see the prophecies that haven't been fulfilled, like right here at the door. Like we're in the time right now, we're on a month to month and week to week, month to month basis. Well, I say month to month, you know, but shit, this really, some can break out any day that cause the chain effect of all hell breaking loose, or get this thing going with the jump shot coming back on the scene, which it could accelerate very quickly to the prophecy of that going from that, because that's not the prophecy of the MOTB, you know. The jump shot isn't, but that could catapult the RFID hip, which is the prophecy of the MOTB, which is the prophecy we read about in Revelation 13:16. Okay, so if you're paying attention and ultimately Yahweh Shemi Awashai is dealing with you on some level, you can see that prophecy right at the door. I'm talking about, you know, even the ones that's not prophets, you know, but getting back to the prophets are going to see, we see that it's right here at the door, speaking. Okay, it says, and it shall surely come. It will not tarry. And when that time we see things are moving fast and really it's not tarrying. Things are moving fast, you know, right now. It may seem like at a period of time it was moving slow. It was taking time for things to develop. But now, I mean, the last part of this verse where it say will not tarry, like that's here. That's just about here. Okay. And as on top of that, we see, all hell can break loose. We see the iniquity abounding, so the love of many is waxing cold and colder. And I'm gonna get that scripture here in just a second. And judgments from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. People are being judged. All right, we see what happened with the thing on Bourbon Street, even though we understand what that's all about, and what they could use that for or will use that for, to come against this truth. So we'll see, we watching and see how that's gonna develop and play out, you know. But the individuals that got taken out, they were judged, you know. So we're in that we've been in that time, but we see it even more so ever, you know, outside of people just, murder in the form of stabbings, guns, crashes. You know, damn, what was that? I had seen it. I forget how many people. Believe it was in Colombia, and I have to. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. It was a bus crash. All right, so I had went and looked it up, and you can go check it out. But the situation with the tour bus going over going over the ledge off of like a cliff, right? And it killed 13 people, and so many others were injured. Okay, and I think they took a like 160, and like I said, you can go look it up, 160 something foot dive off the cliff, you know, and that's over 100 feet, you know. So well, she damn near closer to 200, you know. So that's devastating. So it's been some pretty extreme stuff jumping off the beginning of this year. All right, and we're watching. We're constantly watching and seeing where this thing is going to lead, because ultimately we're looking for, all hell to break loose. The prophecies written in some of the prophecies written in Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, where the people rise up again, pretty much rise up, insurrection of the people rise up. They rise up against the government. Okay, and we'll see what triggers, or it could be a buildup of multiple things, right? Because when they come with the pushing that jump shot stuff, and then especially when that leads to the quickly leads to the MOTB, there's going to be a lot of people that reject it initially, you know, and then there's going to be, those same people that reject it. So a lot of them are going to give in, or we'll see, we'll see how that play out when that time comes. All right, I'm go to Matthew 24 and 13. It says, I'm sorry, not 13, verse 12. Matthew 24 and 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see? So even outside of debt, we're seeing just the treatment of each other here in this world, especially, well, I'm speaking from, about Babylon the Great. But there's stuff going on all around the world. Why I say I want to focus on over here in America, aka Babylon the Great. But there's killings, murders, and some gruesome ways going on. People getting robbed, etc. And I even outside of that, people are just cold hearted towards each other, because the law, it says, because iniquity shall abound, right? So iniquity is what? Sin. And sin is the transgression of the law. I'm gonna bring that out. Go ahead and get it. First John 3 and 4. All right, so this is First John chapter 3, verse 4. It says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. All right, and that's what iniquity is sin. And it's not just happening on a low scale, medium, not even on a high scale. It's on a bounding. A bounding is an overflow, over excessive, okay, of the law, statutes, and commandments being transgressed. So everything's going wrong in the earth. especially here in the land that this is Sin America is Sin City. Okay, not just Las Vegas and other places, New York, L.A., some of the major cities, but all of America, all of, what 50 states are is Sin City. That's why it says in Revelation 11 and 8 that that great city, all right, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, all right, their dead bodies. Let me get that scripture real quick, just for that point. America is a great city, even though there are many cities within states and cities within this landmass. Revelation 11 and 8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the great, in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. So this place is all about sin. If you want to go to the extreme of going off, breaking the laws, it can happen. It happens right here. It's happening right here in Babylon the Great. It says, and because of that, the love of many shall worse. Wax cold. Excuse me. But it is getting worse. It's getting worse. People are heartless towards each other. They don't care. Look at the situation with Floyd Mayweather. Now I don't know how true it is, but to have them people out there protesting that they not getting paid or they not getting paid enough, and you working them to the bone, that ain't showing no love, and that's supposed to be your people. You're supposed to be taking care of them. Every time you on social media, you got the man has millions of dollars worth of jewelry on, showing $1 million, multi-million-dollar lifestyle. Always flashing the Federal Reserve notes. So, if he's not paying them right, or they're not getting paid, or whatever's going on, to have them out there protesting, then, that's some cold shit, you know? Yep, the situation in Memphis was at a Kroger's. Just what was it at? Damn. 1 second. Let me look that up. Excuse me. Okay, I was right. It was up in Memphis, or over in Memphis. The stabbing that took place between two workers at a Kroger's distribution center that was ignited over a disagreement about football, something along the lines of a football. Okay, and it resulted in a man losing his life, being stabbed to death. Okay, and it's all kind of things going on in these cities. People are taking other people out for one reason or the other in some heinous ways. Now, that guy got stabbed up in his body, and he got his throat slit. So I'm like, God, that's pretty. Well, it's not pretty. That's very extreme. That's got to be a gruesome way to go out. Yep, we see breakups at an all-time high, and it's mainly the woman leaving, and it ain't just Eve. We talking about the Edomite woman. I say the Edomite woman, and then you got the women of the Latin tribes, so-called Latin tribes, that are following suit after Eve, but not to the extreme that she's going. So she's cutting up, and and actually nobody wants her right now. But nobody wants a so-called black woman. But we just see the ones that are in relationships you got videos. You can see nobody's marrying them, but they're in relationships where they just effing or whatever the type of relationship is. Whether they serious, whether they fooling around, this, that, and the third. But let's deal with the actual relationships, right? You got videos with these red pillars, okay, that are putting out these videos showing, or whoever's put red pillars a part of it, but it's other people too. That's whoever's putting out these different videos showing how these how Eve is just heartless towards men. You know the way they break up with them, or they get caught in a act of whoredom, you know, and then just blow up at the man as if he done something wrong, and they got caught in the act, and then leave him. You know, it's showing all the stuff this social media is exposing, all the shit they've been doing behind the scenes for years, but all the blame has been going on the men. You know, yep, and you have men that are, find they women committing adultery, and they taking her out, or taking them both out. You see, and that's because what iniquity is abounding. All right, you had this situation where these teenagers, was it out here? I believe it was out here in Houston, because it's just so much stuff. I gotta jog my memory. But they, yeah, it was out here in Houston. I believe it happened in North Houston, where what was it, six teenagers in a car. They was in there, what, 14, 15, 16 years old, somewhere in that age range, and they stole a car, and I believe they wrecked the car. Three of them died, and the other three were injured.